What's going on, everyone? Tech Me Out here, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the best iPhone 8 and 8 Plus cases. Alright, so before me I have a slew of cases that I think are worth recommending, or at least showing you that you might like for your phone. So I got a lot of speaking options. I have some options from Peel, some other companies, but let's jump right on into it. So one thing I like about Spigen is that their cases are reliable, and they have some very nice stylish cases that have somewhat of a minimal form factor, but have these nice, I guess so to speak, add-ons about them. So these are a few options that are for the 8 and the 8 Plus. The first one that I like is their Neo Hybrid option. So with this one, you got this very sturdy clear case that pretty much I think looks good with any iPhone. I have here the silver iPhone 8. You have button coverage on the volume button, the power button. The bottom of the case is also covered as well with very precise cutouts. So overall it has a nice solid feel in hand. It doesn't feel slippery, and it allows you to grip your phone a bit better and also change the look of it in a very, I think, very nice, fashionable way. Now the other option that I like for the 8 is the liquid crystal. So this one I think is the more minimal option of all of the Spigen cases that I currently have right now. So on the silver phone, I think it looks very good. The little, so to speak, kind of panda look going on here. So you still got those precise cutouts along the camera and along the bottom of the device as well. So you got protection there. And you still have coverage for your volume button and your power button. And the mute switch has a nice little opening there that's pretty wide enough to get in there and flip it without having to really struggle to do so. But overall, this has a really good feel in hand. It's a little bit more slicker than the other option, so it does seem like it could potentially slide, but I still like the feel of it. Now the other option from Spigen that I really like is their Tough Armor case. So this is going to be a very rugged option for your iPhone with the built-in stand. So once again, we got that panda look going on here with the cutout, not only for your camera, but for the Apple logo as well, so everybody knows you're using an iPhone. And then you have your stand built in here. It doesn't have a magnet, so it does kind of have the potential to flap when you pull it out, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. But you can basically lay it down in landscape mode. You can't put it in portrait mode, which is cool, but this is really nice for when you're out, you're watching a video, you want to prop your phone up while you're eating, or maybe while you're doing something else. You don't have to rig anything to do so, as you now have the stand built into the case. And it is a rugged case, so you're definitely going to be protected against drops. You got the coverage on your volume buttons with little indicators to show you which one will increase or decrease the volume. And you also have coverage on your power button and coverage along the bottom of the device, just like the rest of the cases have as well. But being this is a rugged case, it is one of the more thicker options. But for those of you that feel a little bit more confidence with thicker cases, this one definitely might be the one for you. Now, if you're a fan of the Tough Armor case and the liquid crystal case and wish they would just kind of have a baby, they did. So this one, I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, and I don't seem to have the box for it either. But nonetheless, this option here is basically the liquid crystal combined with the Tough Armor. And before I continue on, all of this is going to be linked down below in the description box in case you want to check it out. And it's kind of down there also in the vicinity of the like button and the subscribe button, so come on, you already know what to do. But with this case, you have coverage once again on the volume buttons and the power button. You have a cutout for your mute switch as well, and that stand that you found on the Tough Armor case is here also. But this one, however, does have a magnet, so that does help when you want to collapse this down and make sure it stays securely in place. But just like the Tough Armor case, you can also lay this one down in landscape mode and be able to watch your videos. Really nice when you're enjoying that meal and looking at your phone, because we all do it. So now you have a built-in stand option, and you don't have to lean this against something. But I do like the way this feels in hand. Gives you a bit more of a grip on your phone. Very nice and sturdy. Feels like it can take a drop or two. And all of these cases offer a little bit of front face protection when you lay it on the table, because it does extend over the display as well. So next up, we have the silicone case from Apple. And I know at one point, I kind of slept on Apple cases and just felt they were, a little bit more pricier and just possibly not, a go-to case option for me. But in actually owning one for the past couple of years now, I'm a fan of them. So I really like the soft feel of this in hand. You have the coverage against your volume buttons and your power buttons, just like the speaking cases, and a nice little cutout for your mute switch. Not too hard to get in there and flip it if necessary. However, at the bottom of the device, you'll notice that it's an open cutout, so you don't have precise cutouts per section as you did with the speaking cases. But I personally like this. Overall, it looks very clean and gives you this nice minimal look with the Apple logo imprinted on the back, so I don't know. I think it's a good looking case that's going to give you a bit of protection and style. Now, next on the list are some case options from Peel. Now, I'm a fan of these particular cases because they are so thin. Like, a lot of people either think I have nothing on my phone or they think I have a skin on my phone. Or they think it's the natural color of my phone and wonder how did I modify it. But nonetheless, they are that thin. They're like paper thin. So in this case, I have that murdered out black iPhone 8 Plus. So you got the black phone, the black case, and it looks good. And it has kind of a matte finish, so it's not shiny. It shouldn't get scratched up too easy, as I do know the other option, which I'm gonna show you in a few, does get scratched up a bit quicker than this one does. So with this, you have very precise cutouts along the camera and your flash, very precise cutouts along your volume buttons, mute switch, and your power button. So the buttons on this, unlike the other cases, are not covered, which I'm cool with, but they're not suppressed either, so you're fine in actually using them and not having any issues. The bottom of the device also has very precise cutouts as well. So overall, a very minimal and sleek case. Is actually one of my personal favorites. Like, I don't know. I just really love the fact that it's so thin because I don't really like cases like that. So when I use them, I like to keep them minimal as much as possible. Now the Peel cases do come in some other color options. So this particular one is their rose gold option. It has that same matte finish as the black option that I just showed you, with the exception that this one's a bit more translucent. And it looked okay with the black or space gray 8 Plus, but I did prefer this on the gold 8 Plus. So this case is also made by Peel, and this is the jet white option. This is the one that I mentioned might get scratched up a lot easier and have more visible scratches than the other ones I was just showing you by Peel, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. I think it looks good on any iPhone. I've seen it on the gold one. I'm seeing it on the black one, giving me that panda vibe right now. I don't know, Star Trooper, whatever you want to call it. I love the look of this. Even though this has more of a shinier finish, still feels good in hand, no complaints. So a definite go on this one. So this next case option is from a company known as, I think it's called Mujo or Muho or something like that. But nonetheless, this is a brand that I've used in the past and I absolutely love their cases. They're very solid, they're leather, with the inside being a satin-like microfiber, but ultimately you can never go wrong with the leather case. So here we have coverage on the power button as well as the volume buttons. You have the open cutout at the bottom, similar to the Apple case. And then you have a very nice clean cutout for your camera and a nice one for your mute switch as well. So once again, not hard to get in there and flip that switch if you need to. But I just love the way it looks. Right now, it hasn't been broken in, so it still kind of has that new leather type of vibe. But the more you use it, the more you get it scratched up, the more it has that worn leather look that some of us love out there. But I like the look of this before it gets all dirty. But nonetheless, if you're looking for a nice leather case, this one is a potential option that I recommend. So yes, that currently is my lineup for case recommendations for the 8 and 8 Plus, but I'm sure there are some other exceptional options out there. So be sure to let me know down below in the comment section, what case are you currently using on your phone? Even if it's not an iPhone, what case are you using? I'm curious to know. So I will see you down in the comments section, and as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.